My COVID story.
Story in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You guys, can I just be vulnerable? Maybe get a little emotional. I'm just thinking about this and be humble with you guys. You guys know me as I'm being transparent. And I have a story that I just experienced, and it's my COVID experience. And I'm here to share with you guys that this thing, whatever it is, virus, whatever you want to call it, bioweapon, I don't know, but it is no joke. I'm probably the healthiest person that I know, and this thing did not discriminate. It does not care how wealthy you are, what gender you are, what race you are, where you live, how old you are, or how healthy you are. It can take you down. And I'm here. I survived it. It was very scary. I was alone. I was quarantined. I was probably a good 3 weeks. I didn't eat, you guys, for 6 days. I literally, from my health history on the internet, I was from 173 pounds. I went down to 141, something like that. You can do the math. That's a lot. And I'm a champion bodybuilder, so this is like very devastating for me. It was probably the most frightening thing because you don't know what's happening. I was like out of body. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone or something. It was just the weirdest thing. Just going to the mailbox was like a big event. So you can see I got super skinny. But I reached out at the end after week 2. I finally had to tell some people that I was sick. I couldn't make it to church. I couldn't spend time with my family. We had a year's in advance planning for my entire family to come out. My chosen sister took everybody on her boat to Catalina on this 5-star vacation. I couldn't go because I was sick. I literally got casted in a feature film. The director's calling me personally going, here's your booking, Wardrobe was calling me for my fitting, and I had to tell them, no, I got COVID, you guys. I can't come to set. And of course, Hollywood, you always have to have COVID tests ahead of time. Anyways, I missed out on so many things by being ill. But the point of this is not for you guys to feel sorry for me. The point of this message is to really dive deeper into my messaging to share how important it is to take your health seriously and make it a priority. You guys, if I wasn't as healthy as I was, I probably would have ended up in the hospital on a respirator and probably could have died. Okay, that's happening to people all over the world, as you know. You see it on the news every minute. But that didn't happen to me. I got the proper medication. I took care of myself. I did the C, the D3, the zinc, the Curcurin, I don't even know how to say it. And then a doctor put me on ivermectin, which I think that saved my life. But I went into this thing as healthy as can be because I put health as a habit and make it a priority in my life. So I'm here as your coach, as your friend, as your mentor, as someone that's here to support you in your journey of getting yourself back mentally and physically into shape, to making yourself a priority because you are worth it. Okay? Everybody's making everything else a priority. Their kids, their husband, their home, their family, their business, their networking group, all these things, speaking engagements, whatever it is, coaches out there. I hang out with a lot of women professionals that are so busy building their business that they forget about what? Themselves. You guys, you have it backwards. Think of the oxygen mask thing. You've got to make yourself a priority. In my case, I put faith first and then my fitness. And I'm just humbly sharing this with you from my heart because I care about people and I want you guys to take this seriously. I want to help you. I have so many tips and tricks behind the scenes that I can do and share with you. If you do get COVID, I can help you. If you don't want to get it, I can help you. If you just want to level up your fitness, I can help you. If you want to just change your mental mindset and become a better version of yourself from the inside out, I can help you. If you want to talk about faith, I can help you. I want to pray for you. Anyways, my name is Lauren Powers. I am a faith and fitness queen. I'm your new friend, your new coach, and I've got your back, you guys. You do not want to get this. So please, I pray for you. Put your faith first and your fitness in second in that priority, and then everything else levels up. With that, you be strong, be fierce, and from my heart, be you. Boom.
Cut.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Power Hour, where I want you to be strong, be fierce, and be you. Mic drop, boom. Literally. You guys, yeah, the COVID story. I had to relive that all over again. I almost got emotional again. Not to be a downer or negative or anything like that. It's just so important, you guys. I just want to keep getting that message out there. I've got a lot of response, and people are like, yes, I haven't been taking my health seriously. They have friends or family that have gotten sick, and so they know how scary this thing is. And there's just so much, and it's not gone. Let's just put it that way. So we have to keep really making health a habit, changing our lifestyle, maybe just a little bit, making some tweaks here and there. And you guys, it's just reduce our stress. I think that is the number one thing. But I don't want to be, a doubter here. On a more positive note, I always start the show with what I've been up to, because I'm always doing something crazy, something fun. Last weekend I was just honored because I missed, as you heard in the story, I missed my family vacation. So it was just my mother's birthday. So talk about making priorities. I put my family first, and I went out and got to spend some special time with my mom and my aunt and my cousin. It was so awesome just to have that personal interaction. So that was fun. I just got back last night, and the night before, because I was at church yesterday. This is Monday. So I was at church all day where I volunteer. I was just so excited to be there, part of that. You guys know I'm the faith and fitness queen, so I always put my faith first. And going to Oceans Church is just one of my priorities and highlights of my week. To be around all these people and be in the tent with the Holy Spirit it changed my life. Anyways, so that was yesterday, but I believe my producer Raleigh has some footage, because that big project that I got to work on with Casey Musgraves. And if you guys don't know her, to be honest, I didn't know who she was either, but she's huge. She's a award-winning Grammy Award winner in country. That's kind of not my genre, but she was a delight to work with. I'm in tons of scenes. There you go. Yes, it was just so fun. I literally was physically carried her, and we just laughed and had so much fun. I actually got in a lot of scenes. And then those little edit there, that was actually at the LA riverbed, just some behind the scenes stuff where they filmed Grease. So they blocked off the whole entrance. I don't know. It was a big set, big giant project. I don't know. I want to say they almost, yeah, there I am. Boom. And she literally goes and sings to her horse, which was a beautiful scene. It was a 10-day video shoot. I believe it's a 50-minute long project. So it was a big deal. Unlike some of the music videos I've done where it's just one day. You know, Lady Gaga was actually a 2-day thing because there was the scene with Beyonce. Yes, I'm back. Jennifer Lopez was a 1-day scene, you know, doing one song, one music video. But this particular project she worked over 10 days, which was insane. It was big. I mean, probably 300 people on crew. It was just big, giant. Anyways, that was just a clip. So I'm super excited. That was released on Paramount. I guess some fans are posting stuff on YouTube. So if you want to see more, I'm actually in a bunch of stuff. So that was fun. But anyway, so that's just some highlights, some updates, bringing you to date. This is episode. And again, the Power Hour. I'm your faith and fitness queen, Lauren Powers. And today I am also super excited because as every week, I bring you some amazing woman. Usually I did have Justin from American Idol. He was my male, special male guest. But today I have another faith-filled woman. Her name is Danielle Cobo. Actually, she's waiting in my green room. There she is. Yes, let's just bring her right to the studio. Yes, girlfriend. Yes, welcome to the show. I know we just right before we had 2 seconds in the green room, and you just said I have someone in the hospital with COVID, and because we didn't know whether to share the story or not. You guys know I just transparent. We don't script this thing. We don't even talk about it. I had 2 seconds with her. She goes, "Yeah, I didn't hear it." I go, "Well, you get to hear it." So if I can impact one person, I feel I'm jamming. But I know, wasn't that kind of sad?
Yeah, no, it definitely spoke true because I do have a friend that's in the hospital right now, and he's been unresponsive with COVID. He's in his mid-40s with a daughter in college and a daughter in high school. And we did a prayer vigilance a couple weeks ago. And yeah, he's a major mentor of mine, and it is sad. I pray he recovers.
Yes, my prayers go out as well. I pray for anybody that's sick with this thing because, you know, I experienced not to the extent, obviously, thank God, literally thank God that I didn't go to the hospital because, as I mentioned, you know, that's not always a good sign.
No.
But, yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. There are meds and there are alternatives. So you guys, you know, there's ways to get better. I promise you. So look and do your research. If you do feel symptoms or whatever, try to nip it in the bud early. And just be safe. You know what I mean? You don't want to shut down your life. I believe in living. I mean, I go to church. I do all these things because my faith is so strong. But even, you know, you heard in the story that I also got it as well and being so healthy. But I believe I got it for a reason. And I really do. And I believe so I can coach other people to get through it. You know what I mean? It's like God gives you what you need to experience and you can make your message. And there you go. So I'm actually grateful for the experience. I'm glad I went through it. I have the antibodies now.
Yeah.
Right? That's a positive thing. But anyways, enough about that stuff. Let's talk about you. What is going on, girlfriend? Talk to us. What do you want our viewers to know? And because I know I was on your show, you have a podcast, or I mean, we'll go deep into all that stuff. But just
so actually talking about breaking through the chaos and taking care of your body, I just got back from a week vacation with my family, which I so needed. I so needed. My husband's in the military, so for us to kind of break away and take a vacation as a family doesn't happen very often, but it was amazing. And it gave me an opportunity to relax and recharge. And I came back, I stepped on the scale. I was like, wait a minute, that was fun for like a week. But I need my healthy food back. I need working out. I need my healthy my food back, because just a week of not eating clean, I feel it. It affects me. So I enjoyed my trip and I'm excited to be back.
Right. And that's how it should be. That's what it's called, a vacation. And you know, I know a lot of like athletes and all that, they call it a cheat day. Even like people that are dieting or something, they just claim this cheat day. For me personally, I think just like what you just did, going and enjoying yourself, and then just knowing that your body can respond and fight and come back, if you will, after you enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to deny myself too much. People that know me know I eat ice cream, but I mean, I like eat pizza. And, you know, I live life. But then I make also healthy choices, and it's not every day. Everything kind of in moderation. Yeah, but that's really important. Your body. Listen how how amazing is it that you didn't feel well? Like it told you, you know what, I'm not used to this, Danielle. Give me back my healthy foods. And it's you. And I think people need to listen to their bodies because it will tell you literally what's going on if you listen and pay attention and know what foods work with you, what doesn't, and all that good stuff. So yeah, well, good. Happy vacation and welcome back to reality. Right?
I know, to reality. I mean, gratefully, I love what I do, so it doesn't feel like I'm coming to work. I get to, do what I love. But yeah, it was nice to live on a beach for a week.
Oh yeah, that's always nice, and I'm sure well needed because you've got 2 kids.
Yeah, I have 4-year-old twin boys. So it is.
Hello. Say no more.
And I say they have the personality of their dad, who's a Black Hawk pilot. So he is always living on the edge. And then me being this A-type personality, always on the go. They are fiery. They're fiery. They're always on a mission. So it takes a lot of energy from us.
Wow. And then he's gone, right? He's gone a lot?
No, he's back. So yeah, so he served a year deployment in 2019. He was gone for a year. Our boys were a year and a half at the time, but he has been back, and he got back January 26th, and then COVID hit in March. So he got about a month to enjoy, being back, and then it was shut down after that. So yeah.
Wow. At least he's there to help you with the boys.
Oh yeah,
by yourself.
Yeah, because
you're running a business, you're coaching, and you're doing all these things, which I wanted you to talk about what actually you do, and why you do it, and who you help, and what who your avatars are, so people can zero in and hopefully join you.
Yeah. So I spent 15 years in corporate America, predominantly in medical sales, and I spent the past 7 years leading a team for a Fortune 500 company. And one of the things when COVID hit, it kind of gave me an opportunity to reset and take an opportunity to say, okay, what do I love about my job? And what do I, not love, right? Yeah. So I loved partnering with people and going, okay, what do you want to do in your career? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to be today? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? And then what I didn't love was getting on top of people for doing their expense reports or dealing with compliance guidelines. That wasn't the fun part of the job, or, putting out fires all the time. So I created a vision board, and I said, there's a quote. I said, people don't get promoted for doing their job really well. They get promoted because people see the potential in them. And it just resonated.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, so true.
Yeah. And so I had recently read Simon Sinek's book, Start With Your Why. And I sat down and I said, okay, what do I love to do? What do I not love to do? And can I create the position that I want? Can I create the job that I want, the career that I want? And yeah, and I did. So now I'm a career and leadership development coach. And so I work kind of on a couple different things. Either companies will bring me in and I'll do leadership and career development trainings, or I have clients that will bring me on and we'll work, privately, one-on-one for a few months and really work on developing their career. And then I also saw there was an opportunity where there was a lot of transition during COVID. A lot of people were getting laid off, or they were just kind of going through that same thing, reflection. What do I want to do differently? Where do I want my life to be? And so I also created a program where it supports professionals in attracting their dream job, because I believe it's a waste to apply to jobs online. You could take a very strategic approach and start developing your brand so that you're attracting jobs. You never want to really be in a position where you're looking for a job. So a couple different things I'm working on.
So you change that whole mindset where they're coming to you, where you're not begging, hire me. A whole different energies around that, right?
Yeah, and it always starts. So on average, each job posting has 250 applicants. Less than 10% of those actually get the job. And in my experience, I never hired somebody from an online application. I was always referred people. And so I kept seeing these women that were applying to jobs. And these are women with experience. They're driven. They have all those key characteristics that have made them successful, but they weren't getting these jobs. And so what I found is the common theme, whether I'm working with somebody, one-on-one or through my coaching program, it all starts with limiting beliefs. It's these things we've told ourselves, I'm too old. And I'm like, okay, the reality is I'm hearing these from women that are in their 40s. I'm like, you still have 15, 20 years left in your business. Yeah. In your career. And it's never too late to pursue your dream job. I looked up this morning, Betty White is 99 years old and she's still acting.
Right. I love her.
Yes. Oh, she's amazing.
I know.
So
right?
It's never too late to pursue your dream career, whether it's launching your own business or whether it's moving into a different role, leveling up in your career. And it really starts with that mindset. And if you believe in yourself, then others will believe in you as well.
Oh, absolutely. And anything. I mean, we all talk about these things and you hear it so much, but why? Because I say the same thing in every single interview or coaching or whatever presentation starts with the mindset and getting rid of those limiting beliefs. And because I hear the same thing, especially in the fitness side of it, I'm already too fat. I'll never, fit back in my skinny jeans. I mean, these people, and then you can make yourself right. So what you're saying too, I'm too old to get a new job or whatever, to change my career. People they settle and get stuck because they're listening to all those limiting beliefs, which we all have it, but if we have to recognize it and then change those beliefs and get a coach like yourselves that can guide you through, have strategies, have the steps, and hold your hand through these things if that's what you need to step into your greatness. And there's so many, you guys, if you're listening out there, there's so many coaches for every single topic. Yours is just happening to be to help women, find their positioning, right, where they want to change their careers. And it doesn't matter, again, how old you are. Follow your passion. You guys, look at us. We created something from nothing, right? There's a need. It doesn't matter how old we are or what's going on in the world. It's, just find your little niche and dive in. So Danielle takes you through, correct?
Yeah.
Step by step.
Step by step. So like I said, I have some clients where they're in sales and they want to achieve a specific goal. They've always wanted to achieve 120%, always want to achieve President's Club. And then I have other clients who want to step into a VP role, or clients that want to get a new job. Either way, the core theme that I see amongst all these women is it's a mindset. Right. It is absolutely a mindset. Because, and I hear this, I should do this. That, I should. You're immediately self-negative. You're already creating that self-talk because you're going, gosh, I should have done this. And then you start to really be hard on yourself. Or there's people that will, mindset is everything. Absolutely. Or I had one client that came to me and she's like, I want to step into a VP role, but I don't have any VP experience. I said, okay, well, does every VP have VP experience? They had to start somewhere.
Everybody, right.
Yeah, everybody starts somewhere. And so oftentimes women will compare themselves to other. And comparison is the thief of joy. And when you start to uncover what are these...
Say that again, because I talk about competing and comparing and all that, especially with women.
So comparison is the thief of joy.
Boom. That is a boom moment.
Yes.
That's so true.
And we compare ourselves in all aspects of life. I came from Orange County. That's where I was born and raised, which you're at. Yes. Oh my gosh. The pressure to look a certain way. It was so hard. Yeah.
So you find it different. Where are you now?
So now I'm in Florida. And yes, I mean,
totally different.
Obviously, I started to be confident in my own skin, and that's always where it starts. You have to
yourself.
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself, and you get to really understand your power and your beauty within, and confidence in itself is beauty.
Absolutely huge. That's right up there with mindset.
Yes.
You get the mindset that you're worth it and then build your confidence.
Yep. And at the same time, being in Florida, it is a little more relaxed. So I don't feel that pressure to look a certain way all the time. At least I felt it. So.
Yeah, I say that living in Orange County too, women tend to compare and compete instead of collaborate. And I talk about that all the time, that I love that it says it's a thief of joy. I've never used that line. I might have to borrow that from you because it just really hits home because it's so true. It's just a waste of time and energy. instead of looking at a woman and being proud of her accomplishments or whatever it is, quit trying to tear them down. Instead, I'm all about lifting women up. It's called empowerment, right? Look at my name, Lauren M. Powers. You like that?
I do like that. I do like that.
Yeah, my new brand. But it's so true. It's so true. So don't be robbed of your joy, right?
Yeah, I mean, and you
look at that. There you go. Your own quote.
Yeah. Well, and I think I may be featured where they're releasing the finalists now on the cover of Women's Quarterly magazine, and that it's actually my quote that I put for Women's Quarterly magazine.
Oh,
so
really?
it's a magazine that's designed to support women in all areas of their life, so career and personal. And they're going to be launching that
whatever, right? Anything. I love it. Well, look, see, I picked right up on it too. I love not the magazine, but you're on the show, so that's great. Well, that makes total sense. So how do you do that?
How do you do what? So ask me. How do you not compare yourself?
Yes, and what are some of the steps, maybe, or talk us through some of your programs or whatever.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that the first thing is a lot of times you compare yourselves to people, right? And so you'll say, well, I don't know how these people they're so clear in understanding what their career plan is. They understand, I've seen them climb the corporate ladder and they just know what they're doing. And the reality is not everybody knows what they're doing. Most of us don't. Right. It's a matter of just putting yourself out there. So I know that, I was applying to a rep position for this Fortune 500 company. I was applying for a rep position. And while I was interviewing, I was showing this manager this business proposal I had put together a few years back. And it was a business proposal creating a position, National Director of Sales Training. And I'm walking her through this and my passion behind, which is funny, fast forward 10 years, and it's exactly what I do for my own business. But I was going through this and I was showing her, how I created this business plan to lead people, to support people in achieving their career goals. And she looked at me and she said, have you ever thought about management? And I was like, well, yeah, I want to be a manager, but I don't have direct management experience, and here I am as an outsider, right? No direct management experience. And I'm interviewing for one of the top medical companies in the world.
Wow.
And she says, well, would you consider interviewing? And at that point, this is this pivotal point in your life where you can either have that self-doubt, because a lot of times people will see things in us before we see them in ourselves.
Right. Like what you do, find their potential, like that quote you said you or the book you read, the Find Your Why.
Yeah. Start with your why. Yeah. A lot of times I'll have clients walk me through their resume and I'm going, wait a minute, you've done this and all these lists of accomplishments. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I forgot about that. Like, what do you mean you forgot about it? Look at all the successes you've had in your career.
Right.
And so I ended up interviewing for this position.
Because you said yes.
I said yes. Yep, I said yes.
You went with self-confidence versus self-doubt, which is, I believe, what you would say. Yes.
I for like a week, I read a leadership book. I read a leadership book. I was interviewing managers and asking their advice on, what they would do to prepare for this interview. It was a 3-hour interview with 6 of the executive leadership team.
Wow.
Yeah. And I got the job. And then fast forward 2 years later, took the poorest performing team to #1 in the nation.
Wow. Yes. Congratulations.
So it starts with believing in yourself. I could have said no.
That's right. I was just going to say, if you would have said, you know what, I haven't done this before, I don't have that experience. You started going in those limited beliefs that we just talked about. And you're like, no, I think I just want the rep job that I'm here for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And step out of your comfort zone, step out of the box, look at the opportunity. She obviously saw the potential in you that you didn't see in yourself to even offer that to you. But I love that you said yes, you did a little research, which is amazing, prepared yourself, and look what happened. You got it. And then look at what you did what a win-win for the company. that they saw in you as well, that's amazing. I'm very proud of you. So now you teach people how to interview or something, right?
Yeah.
Well?
So like I said, I have a couple clients. It's a variety of things, but either way, it's all in career development. I have several clients right now where like I said, they've got the experience. They have the proven track record of success. They have what it takes. I always say people don't hire resumes, they hire people.
Correct.
And they hire based off of those intangible characteristics that somebody has. You could hire someone with experience, but you can't like to have somebody to wake up every single morning and have the motivation and passion to exceed in life and in their career. It's either innate within you or not. So I always hire it off of character. And so when I work with these clients, I'm going, okay, what's been holding you back? What are those things that you've been telling yourself? And why are you telling those things? Where are they coming from? And one of the exercises I will tell women to do is write down every negative thought you've told yourself on like a white porcelain plate and just make a circle and just write it all the way around the circle. And then in a safe area, take that plate and literally break it on the ground.
Oh, I love it.
So you're crushing those limiting beliefs. They are gone. And then we work on developing, depending on what they want to achieve in their career, we write down 5 affirmations that they get to start their morning with every morning. And so we start with that.
Powerful.
Yep. And then, I'll work with them either on interview skills. So they're walking into the interview with confidence. Either it's developing their brand, it's gaining clarity on their career and what they want to do. I have clients that, like I said, they want to get to that next level in achieving success, even within their current role, but they've just gotten stagnant and they kind of need to get that energized, that motivation back up, having somebody hold them accountable, link arms with them and be their cheerleader.
I love it. So it's a full A to Z system, sounds like.
Yeah.
I love the plate analogy. That's like such a strong, powerful visual and a physical, literally, to get rid of some of those negative beliefs, and then you replace them. I do the same thing, but I've never done the plate. I like that. I'm learning from
the plate one's fun. If you don't do the plate one, then you can always write it on a piece of paper and you can tear it up. But the plate one, you get to feel it.
Yes, I like that, especially with some of my clients. I'm like, boom, let's do this, right?
Yes,
that's such a big
get them
thing
out.
So many people get stuck on that in so many areas of their life, whether it's their health or their fitness, wellness, or like you said, with their careers. It's the same thing. That I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve this. I don't have the experience. I don't have the education. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too old. You've heard it all. And so have I. It's so crazy because it doesn't do you any good. It robs you of your joy. Like you said, the joy thief. And it's so sad to me because it takes work, and you've already obviously done a lot of work. And so have I, leadership courses and all these things. And there's so many different things out there to really help you break through some of those things so you can level up whatever area it is, whether in your case in your career, in my case in your health. There's just so many things available that we did, but we have to want it. Don't you agree? You have you have to decide that you are worth it and then take the necessary steps. Make a commitment is what I say. My strategy is just 3 steps. It's so easy. You have to just decide that you're worth it and you want it. 2, take action, or and 3, just implement what you've learned from whatever coach or programs you're in. You have to implement. I see so many people that are like they've had millions of trainers, or they've done with so many business coaches or whatever, have all these programs, but they stay stuck because they don't take the action. They don't do anything with it, and then they blame the coach. Right?
Yeah.
Right. It's so crazy. But I love that you really find out what areas that they're stuck in and walk them through all the way to getting the job or changing their career or whatever it is that they want in the interview process. These are all huge things. And why not be more prepared, right?
And you said exactly this, and it reminds me of something when you talked about why, right? One of the things I loved about my job was creating these career plans and supporting, people on my team. I think it was more rewarding to see people on my team get promoted into the positions that they wanted to step into than it was to even earn manager of the year. I mean, the free trip was nice, but you kind of get accustomed when you achieve certain success to have these paid vacations. But one of the things that frustrated me when I was in corporate America is sometimes I was more passionate about individuals achieving their career goals and creating these plans than they were. Or we'd put something together and then they would never follow through with it. And why I love what I do now is everybody I work with wants to achieve a certain level of success. They want to overcome what's been holding them back. So I love what I do, every aspect of it.
That's so important because it's your pure passion. I mean, you created this and that's what makes you successful. So people that are out there listening, if you want to level up and whatever, look for Danielle. She's been there. She's done it. You know, you want a coach, especially when you're hiring somebody that's gone through the process themselves. I mean, I think that because there's a lot, right? I mean, there's so many people that, they want to coach and tell you how to and mentor you on how to do things and they haven't done it themselves. And that's a common mistake. And it's out there, people. So make sure
it's out there. Yeah.
It's totally out there. I mean, even in my industry too, you see coaches that are completely overweight and out of shape, and why you would want to give them a nickel of your money if they can't coach themselves and train themselves and get in their own health in order to be right. If I wasn't, like fit and ready to go, why would I? You know what I mean?
You are your brand. So if you're going to coach other people to do something, then it's important that you've had that track record of success and be transparent. It didn't just happen overnight. I've had failures as a manager that I share transparency. I've had successes and what I've learned through that journey. But yeah, as business owners, I will always have a coach in my life. I've always had a coach in my life, whether it's taking leadership development courses or reading books or podcasts or, I have a business coach. I will always have a coach in my life to support me in keeping accountable, focused, driven, everything.
All of it. That's right. And that's right. Coach of the coaches. I know. I'm actually today going to be in a Coach of the Coach Academy. I'm starting today myself, so I can level up my whole message and get clarity some more. And it's kind of a done for you program that they take you kind of what you do step by step to get you where you want to be. And it's so important, I believe. Even trainers should have trainers, coaches should have coaches, mentors should have mentors. You know what I mean? It's just this is how it goes. Even in sobriety, you have a sponsor. You know what I mean? Like there's always some other level to help you. And like you said, accountability is always huge. Whatever it is that you're doing is staying accountable and having a community and all of these things that we talk about. Why do we talk about them? Because it's important and it helps in every area. So to have a coach like Danielle to take you through this process, she's been there, done that, people, obviously, and had, success at it and is continuing to do it and helping other people. So I just love that. I love that. Tell us what else you have. You got the podcast going on?
I got the podcast. So, again, that I remember when I started my business and you talk about limiting beliefs, I'm not short of having limiting beliefs as well. So when I pushed back on being a business owner for a long time, and I was mentoring people and developing their careers. And I kept hearing, Danielle, you need to be a career coach. Danielle, you need to be a career coach. And I was like, no, I do not want to start my own business. I know how much work it is. No.
Work.
Yeah. I like the safety net of a paid check, a company car, 401k benefits. And it finally took a recruiter saying, Danielle, stop. This is what you need to do. This is what you get to do. And I remember having these limiting beliefs of who am I to call myself a career coach, first off. And then I had to remind myself, I have 15 years of experience in corporate America.
Right,
hello. 4 back-to-back president's trips, took a team to #1 in the nation. Yeah. Who was I?
Right.
Yeah. So, and then from there it was, who I started to compare myself, right? I started to compare myself with these other podcasters and saying, well, their podcast is so good. How could I start one? And, I would start to compare myself to things. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to start a podcast. I am going to just go in. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to evolve. And, I was blessed to have you on the podcast within my first couple episodes. Yes. And since then, I've had international best-selling author Heather Monahan. She's a top 40 female keynote speaker. I'm going to have Kara from the CEO of Hent Water. Actually, I'm drinking her water right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And I've had Miss Florida, Miss Massachusetts. I've had female race car driver Molly Celine. Yes. So, I've had, here I went from like having these limiting beliefs of, who am I to start a podcast? And within, my first episode aired June 9th. I already have 30 interviews and with incredible people. And I love listening back to each episode and learning as well, because I learn from my guests. Just like, I'm sure you get to as well. Mm-hmm.
You're my guest, right? And I'm learning. It's great. Yeah, you can never stop learning. Yeah, but I think, again, you just took action. So you're like, why not me? And then you just put itself out there. I did the same thing. I'm like, I don't know anything about podcasts. I don't even listen to podcasts, to be honest with you. Here you're on one. And it's everywhere. Like, but you just got to start somewhere. And I'm still learning as well. And it's new. And we're building. And it takes a while. There's a lot of noise out there.
Yeah.
You just got to do it. And whether there's 1 person or 1 million, it doesn't matter. If you have that same energy, that same mindset, you deliver as much as you can, give it everything you've got, then it's going to catch on. And that's my beliefs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have fun with it. It's not work for me. Like you said, it's a passion. I love talking to new people and having these amazing guests like you, and just going for it. Why not? Right? Yeah. What do you have to risk? Nothing.
No, why not? Within starting my business, I designed my own website. I'm not a website designer. I would not recommend that though.
No,
that was not a headache.
In your lane.
Stay in your lane. And that was another thing that I learned too, is invest in yourself. Just like you say, invest in a trainer and supporting you with your health, invest in a career coach and supporting you with your career development. Also, as a business owner, invest in yourself when it comes to having a support team to do things for you, because designing my own website, while it was a great learning experience and now I know I can do it, I don't want to do it again.
No. I'm like, I don't even want to know how. Just do it. What I want and just do it.
Yep. And then, it's actually going through a complete redesign. So I did hire somebody and is going through complete redesign. I'm going through a complete branding design.
Nice.
And then, I used to do all my editing on my podcast. I used to do all the show notes. And then I was like, okay, nope, somebody else is going to do that. Investing in yourself is important, because now what I get to do is I get to spend more time with clients, and I'm writing several articles we published in magazines. So it's just an opportunity to spread awareness and support people.
But you get to stay in your genius. And so
yes,
doing the mundane things that aren't your lane. That's how I look at it. I'm like, I don't want to know how to do a website. I don't want to rally my producer. Like, I wouldn't produce this show on my own. I wouldn't even know how. I don't even want to take the time to learn, because that's not my gifts. So I feel like people need to know that it is an investment in yourself. And it took me a long time to realize that too. Trying to do it all myself is not where it's at. It takes a lot of time, frustration, and things that you don't need to know. Right? There's people for that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that goes back into understanding your worthiness and understanding your power, because at the core of it, when I look back at the core of it, was I didn't believe in myself. And so it was, who was I to invest in myself when I was still building this business? And I quickly learned, as I started to really get busy within my business, and started to get speaking opportunities and, being asked to write in magazines and published articles. Nice. Then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I am really good at this. And I love what I'm doing. And I'm seeing my clients have a lot of success. And now I get to reinvest in my own success to continue to grow the business.
Absolutely. That's it. And if you didn't do that, and you spend all your time doing mundane things that you don't need to be doing, then I feel, to me anyways, I feel that would be being selfish, because you're not sharing your special gifts, which is doing what you're doing now with the world and impacting, influencing other women so they can level up their business. So through your knowledge and your experience and your past journeys, you now have the time and the freedom to be on these speaker things, do the podcast, do all these things that you're doing, and spend more time with your clients to get them results, right?
Yeah.
Versus trying to figure out how to do.
Oh my God. I mean, it was a great learning experience. And,
I commend you, girlfriend. You have more patience than I do. So I'm like, I'm doing it. I don't want to know how to handle it. I mean, there's just no way. It's not my thing. So I do give you credit. You learned, but you learned that you're better with a team, right?
Yeah, it's much better with a team. So now I have somebody, you know, I was designing my website, I was writing articles, I was supporting clients, I was doing all my podcast editing, I was doing all my social media posts, which that in itself, I was creating them because I write all my own social media posts.
And don't forget people, and raising twin boys. Hello.
Yes.
Let's not forget that part.
Overachiever. But yes, now I have a team of people to support me.
When do you sleep? Like never, my God.
I wasn't. So clearly I wasn't being, it reached a point where I wasn't being in integrity with myself. And so I really had to take a step back and say, okay, what's working, what's not working, and where do I get to reinvest and ask for support? So I can be in full integrity with myself. If I'm going to be talking about work-life balance too, then I need to have work-life balance. And that's when I started to actually blocked out my calendar for several weeks and said, okay, I'm going to invest this time in not taking on any more clients and really investing in supporting teams so that I can increase my client load and do more speaking opportunities, because I'm really enjoying the speaking. I can't wait for things to go live again.
Yes, me too. I hear you. I think, well, because we have that personality, and it's not for everybody to be in front of a live audience. Even doing what we're doing now, you know, being on camera, there's coaching for that too. If you're shy to get on camera and go live on your Facebook or your Instagram, whatever, there's coaches for that. I mean, there's coaches for everything. Is there not? Like, it's amazing out there.
And even though I do this, right? Even though, you know, when I'll never forget the first role playing I had to do in corporate America. I was 23 years old and I was in copier sales, and I had a role play selling this copier, and I cried. I was so terrified. I was so terrified of role playing that I stepped outside the building and I cried. And then fast forward, you know, I said, that's it. I'm going to lean into every speaking opportunity I can. I'm going to learn this. And fast forward, you know, several years, I spoke in front of 1,500 people. I'm now the host of a podcast. I'm doing speaking engagements, and I still invest in myself too. So actually, in 2 weeks, I'm taking a 3-day course to strengthen my speaking skills. I still am going to learn.
Absolutely. Well, you can never learn enough, I think, too. I'm constantly doing that. I'm in so many Zoom courses, and I mean, constantly there's stuff. Everybody's like, well, everybody has a program too. So let's just be real. But it's like we have to stand out. And I think, you know, you definitely stand out in your industry. I know I stand out in mine, and just trying to be different a little bit and offer something different, because the market is flooded, especially because from COVID, we're all online. And so we have to figure out our lane and just stay in it. And I think that's what's important. And you're doing it. How does people find you? Like, how do, you know, is it someone that needs your help? How do we get in touch with you and get in your programs and all that? Let's do some shameless self-promotion.
Shameless self-promotion. So on my website, DanielleCobo.com, that is where, you can book a free career discovery call. Also, if you're looking for a speaking, you know, if you want speaking engagements or corporate workshops as well, I do have companies I partner with, and I'll work with them over a time period. And, you know, I'll come in, I'll do speaking, and then I'll work with them over a time period, and we'll work on fostering team culture, leadership development, sales trainings. So on my website, DanielleCobo.com, I would say my biggest following is probably on LinkedIn, and where that has turned from a passion of just sharing leadership advice and career advice is what transpired into this. So I post daily on that, and I get to engage. I'm very engaging on that platform. And then, of course, Facebook and Instagram.
Man, how do you have the time?
I will say, so I do have some free digital downloads. So, I am a firm believer that when you start your morning, with routine, and I'm sure you can speak to this as well, Lauren, where if you start your morning with routine, then you start your day with intention. And I know that when my husband told me that he was going to be deployed and our twin boys were 1.5 years, and I was still leading a team for that company. I was traveling 60% of the year. Wow. And I almost quit my job before he even deployed. I was like, how am I going to do this? And it really took me saying, okay, first of all, I'm not going to disqualify myself before I'm not going to basically say no to myself before I even try it. Right. Okay. And so I said, okay, well, I'm going to take 1 day of time. If going through this, I can't, then, it doesn't work out or it's too much, then I can always leave the company. But why am I going to say no to something before I even do it? Yeah. Right. So I really invested time in understanding how to create balance in your life, how to work smarter, not harder. Because that whole philosophy of work really, really hard, I think is an old school philosophy. I think you should definitely be driven and passionate and definitely have strong work ethic. But I want to work to live, not live to work.
Thank you.
So, yep. So there's free digital download of, simple steps to create a morning routine and start your day with intention. And then
is that the
yep, that's up there.
That's how they get it
on my website.
Simple steps. Okay.
And then also, as Lauren and I have talked about, continue to develop in yourself. And those are my top 25 favorite leadership development books.
Nice. Those are nice gifts.
There's my Christmas card.
Family. Oh, look at that. What was the news? Military wife surprised by her husband with a unique Christmas card.
So this Christmas card went viral. I was pleasantly surprised. I love Christmas. I decorate Christmas the weekend before Thanksgiving, and I watch watch The Grinch. Yeah, I watch The Grinch with my kids year long. Okay. And so I asked my husband, I'm like, can you take a picture of yourself with just your hand out? And he's like, why? You're crazy. What are you doing? And then I took a picture with the boys, and it was so sweet. I posted on my local Facebook page, can somebody merge these pictures together? I'd love to, create a Christmas card. And it was at a time where I just kept seeing things on the news. Like, I don't know. The nightly news is kind of depressing. So I just sent in the picture to my local news. I'm like, hey, here's a fun story. Oh. And then within a week, we were interviewed by Fox News. We were on ABC World News. We were on Good Morning America. Yeah, it went viral, which was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
That's amazing. But see, you asked, first of all, there's always power in the ask. So you asked what you needed for some help online. You said to merge the photo. And then you risked going and just sending it in. Like, what did you have to lose? And then look what happens. So I just love that. That's very empowering, but you have to take the steps. So many people miss that part. They just give up. You got to keep going, follow through. You never know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen? People say no.
Right. And you're also a woman of faith, right? Mm-hmm. Right. How is that impacted? Yep. Yes. How is that impact? I know that's how we connected, I think, through our mutual friend, Tara, right?
Yep. Tara Aldridge. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I just love her. I was in leadership with her and Philip, her husband.
Yeah,
and that was.
I'm in leadership now.
You are with ACL?
Graduation week with Boston Breakthrough Academy.
Okay.
2 more weeks till graduation.
Oh boy! Countdown. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's another investment in yourself, right? You're leveling up from the inside out, and these things are so important. And I think people just have to realize that things just don't happen. You didn't become a success overnight. You didn't become manager and president 3 years in a row because you didn't do the work on yourself. And look at here you are now with a successful business, and you're still investing in yourself. And I think people forget that step, right? They're like, they look at us and like, oh, well, that's great for them. No, I can never be like that. People look at to judge me all the time. Oh, that's great for Lauren, 10-time champion, work with J-Lo, Lady Gaga, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, that can never be me. And it's just the opposite. That's just my experience, but my expertise is there as well. So it's you know what I mean? We are approachable. We're available. Use us, people. Use us. We're right.
I'll never forget this. It was so funny to me. And it was just this moment where a organization was reaching out to me to do a speaking opportunity. And she reaches out to me and we're on the Zoom call and she's like, I can't believe I'm talking to you. Like, I can't believe I'm talking to you. And I'm all, really? It's just me.
Exactly. Right. People can
I'm human, just like anybody else.
We all are. We all are. And we're all the same. We're all trying to just have a better life or make a, up level, at least what most of us are. And but some people they get stuck with those limiting beliefs like you were talking about. They need to do the plate exercise is what's I love
plate
that.
exercise, write it down, burn it safely, all safely. But yes, get rid of them.
Yes, because I know you and I both deal with so many people that stay stuck in that. And it's you just want to shake them because it's like you don't have to. We all have a choice. And I think that's a powerful, powerful world. I did a 30-day summit with all these powerful women from all over the world. And that was like the common takeaway for me that I got from all these amazing hour-long interviews, Power Hour Summit I did, and how to be healthy and wealthy at the same time without sacrificing one for the other. And I think that's huge. Without our health, what is our wealth?
Yeah.
That was my message from COVID too. I could have been sitting in a $10 billion house with helicopters and Lamborghinis and whatever. And it wouldn't matter because I couldn't get off the couch, literally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So again, adds to my messaging. However, choice, we all can choose what we want. People can choose to hire you. If they want to do what you offer, they can choose to just go all in. Right. And I think, I know you and I, we have our faith, and I love that because it's, for me anyways, making God my CEO, putting my faith first before my own self has really changed my life and empowered me so I can go out and help so many other people that especially are like-minded, faith-filled women. That's my favorite. Those are my people, right? You're my people. That's why I was on your show. You're on my show. You know what I mean? And if people judge us for that, then they're just not our people. And that's how I feel about it.
And that's okay.
Right?
Because I remember when I was deciding whether to leave corporate America, every single night I pray to God and I said, God, open the doors you want me to walk through and close the doors you want to redirect me to. And it was a hard journey because I kept seeing doors close and why? But then when one door closed, the next day, and it would create these insecurities, then the next day a door would open to me doing more of what I'm doing now. And so like, okay, I'm listening.
Yes.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Right.
I'll put my faith in God and he'll direct me on where to go. And it's up to me to be in committed action to follow that guidance.
Do the work. Absolutely. Yeah. Well said. I believe the same thing. You just ask, for guidance and pray about it. And things just open up. I even said on stage when I was in India, of all places, I'm like, when one door closed, not only did another one open, but I felt the world opened. And opportunities just kept flowing in, and I'm constantly open to it. And you just said it, listening, asking, and what do you have? What's your will for me today, God? And you talked about that morning ritual. And if you wake up doing that and setting the intention is what you said, Danielle, and then you can, whoever you pray to, it doesn't even matter. We choose Jesus together, but what doesn't even matter. Ask for some guidance and ask what their will is. And it makes life so much easier. Don't
it
you
does.
Yeah,
and like you said, and part of starting your morning and your day with intention is taking care of yourself. I mean, the first thing I do in the morning before even my kids waking up is I work out. And I notice that when I work out and I take care of myself, I sleep better at night. I have more energy throughout the day. And what I'm modeling to my kids is that it's important that I take care of myself so I could take care of you. And now my kids work out with me sometimes.
How old are they
got
now?
They're 4 now. So they got a little trampoline. I got them like little weights. So they do that with me.
Oh my gosh. I love it. You have to send me a picture.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
That. Yeah, but you're setting intentions. You're putting you're putting your faith, and then you've right there in every morning. And then, like you just said, you sleep better, you have more energy, you feel better, you're confident, you look amazing, you're gorgeous.
Thank
you. All those things. Yeah, you're welcome. It all is part of it because without it, but people don't realize that. And I think we're just here. That's why we do what we do. It's just to let people know that they can choose themselves, and it's okay. It's not being selfish. It's being smart. because you're teaching your kids. If you don't, as mommy doesn't feel good, they're going to ones that are going to miss out. Instead of putting yourself last and doing everything for your children, which most moms do. I deal with a lot of moms over the years. They were like, well, Lauren, I don't have time. My kids come first. I have to drive them around. I have to do this and this and this. And at the end of the day, they're exhausted because they put everybody else first and themselves last. And I'm like, well, if you go down, what's going to happen? All the people that you in your priorities are going to suffer. So it's the other way around, right? But
I tell my husband, I'm like, you don't want me to go down. If I go down, the whole house goes down.
You're the family. Let's just be real. Come on.
And it's not as though, I do a 20-minute workout in the morning, and then in between kids getting, me getting off work and cooking dinner, we go for a walk. We just enjoy the outside. So it's not that I'm spending a whole lot of time in the gym, but at least it's something to energize and get my metabolism going and get my energy going throughout the day or in the morning.
You're so smart. This is why I adore you. Oh my gosh, we're already at the top of the hour.
Yes.
I've got some housekeeping things to go over for the podcast. So, for example, first of all, I want to thank Danielle. You are amazing. Such great information.
Oh, thank you.
I believe, yes, you're welcome. I believe our links are going to be in the comments that Rally put up. How to get in touch with you, your 25 steps, your free gifts, how to set your day. What else did you have? Your website, how to get in touch
my
with
website, if you go to digital products, my website, there's a whole bunch of stuff on there. And then of course you can schedule time with me.
There it is. Yes. You want to get on a phone call with Danielle to level up. There's her free discovery call. Perfect. So you are an amazing girlfriend. I want to send me that picture. I want to stay in touch with you. I'm going to come to Florida and see Tara, and I want to see you.
Yes.
And with that, if you want to be a guest on my show, like Danielle was, and just get your message out there, this is the platform for it. Just go to powerhourtv.com/guest. I have an application there. My team will go through it and we will get you on the schedule. powerhourtv.com/guest. The podcast goes everywhere on my YouTube channel, my Facebook groups. There you go. It's streaming on Apple, Stitches, iHeart, Google, Spotify, Pandora, just to name a few. The thing is everywhere. It's also on Amazon Music. It's an Audible now. My producers are doing a great job. Again, I thank them because this is not my lane, but they put it everywhere. So it's a great way to get your message out and have a little bit of fun. It's just really simple. Oh, look what's coming next. Look at this. Is the first time I've seen this. I haven't even seen this myself. Home workout. Yes. So I'm kind of changing everything as well because most people don't want to go to the gym now or they're scared of COVID or whatever. So I'm going through and I've got a home workout coming soon. As you can see, there's Coach Millie even in the photo. As you can hear her in the background. She's standing on the red carpet, Danielle. Millie's on the red carpet right now. I can see her. Yeah, that's my child. Anyways, what else? To get on, yes, I'd like to thank some of my trusted brands, my sponsors, Liv Kaya. I totally believe in this product. You can eat chocolate and be skinny. It's fabulous. I do the burn product every morning. Again, I only endorse things that I personally use, like we talked about. I've been through it. I use it. I get results, and then I endorse it. So this one, I love it. I do the egg whites. I do that to set my metabolism every morning. It's amazing. I've been doing it for years. Egg whites. All these links are on my website too, if you guys want to go back and check it out. What else? I've got my Euphoria, my DNA product. Again, I've been on that for a year and a half. It's amazing. It's based on science. No more guessing what you put in your body as far as a supplementation. Again, there's the link, euphoriascience.com/Lauren Powers. I also have a workout suit and EMS that I love training in because time is valuable. You can get a 3-hour workout in 20 minutes. It's insane, Danielle. When you come visit me, we'll have to go in this thing.
Yes.
It's so awesome. Anyways, so that's that. What else? And then the clothing, the Savvy line. I love these clothes. I've been wearing them for a while now. I was just at eWomen conference. I wore it every single day. It was fabulous. Savvy.com/fierce females is my link. You can see all the new, latest, greatest leggings, athletic wear, luxury line. We have everything. Super comfortable. This isn't one of them. This is my other friend's fitness. Does it say fitness girl wear? I felt like wearing pink today, clearly. But love the line. And then if you get on a call with me, you saw Danielle's link. This is mine. You can even scan that if you're watching this. Just hold your phone up to the scan. Goes directly to my link and on my calendar, and I will dive deep onto where you are now to where you want to be, making health a priority. And I kind of close that gap and help you become a better version of yourself. And also, don't miss the next Power Hour. Text the word POWERS, POWERS, to 888-907-2480. Once again, that's 888-907-2480. Don't miss anything that's got going on with us, and you get a fitness workout calendar just by sending the text. There it is. To keep track and be accountable for your faith and fitness lifestyle. It's a calendar, and I can help you work through that. PowerHourTV.com/power workout calendar. Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of exciting things. You had me at chocolate and being skinny, so
so good.
That top was so cute. That
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. They Live Kaya. It's amazing. They've got CBD. They've got chocolates. They've got a burn powder that I actually just put in my coffee. You saw me drinking it out of my woman cup here. I just put a scoop in there, and I lost 5.5 pounds of, this is before COVID, body fat beef in 9 days. And the only thing I did was add this burn. Yeah, it went right after the visceral fat. I didn't know where I was hiding that. That my one of my health coaches, she's like, that was like under your ribs. And so that's the fat you don't want, anything over your organs, as you know. So it burned that out, and I just love it. So I endorse it 100%. It's my favorite thing.
I need that after my vacation. So I'll be ordering some.
Go to my link. It's really good. It's yes. So that's the Live Kaya. Yeah, the egg whites set my metabolism. I love the clothes. The DNA thing, I've been on that. You swab your cheeks, and you get a 35-page report of what you need, and they make a supplement just for you. So yeah, these are all VIP endorsements that I just love, all these products. I don't endorse a lot. Yeah, and there's my book. I got to get you a book there, beneaththemuscle.com. And there you go. Everybody gets a free book. It's on Amazon. It's on Audible. It's everywhere as well. And I sign copies of it. If you want to get one, you just pay for shipping. And I've got tons of endorsements there. I've been on lots of red carpets with it. It went -- 1, actually in 11 countries international.
Woohoo! Congrats!
Yeah, it comes with a workbook, and it's exciting. And I even have a chapter about find your why, like what you said. Everything starts with that. Yeah, and about judgment and discrimination, and it's got everything in there. How to be a positive mindset. It's exciting. It's fun. I'm very proud of it. So that is a lot of info. You are amazing, girlfriend. I know we went over a little bit, but this is available on replays. It's available on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm building it. And we host all the body breakthrough challenges there. We host all my power hours there. You can see all my videos with all these different celebrities that I've done in my past. I've had amazing opportunities along my journey here called life. And they're all there and still growing. And life is good. God is good. And keep your faith, you guys. Faith first. I'm telling you, it changes everything. Right, girlfriend?
Yes. It's what keeps me grounded and open to whatever possibilities are out there.
There you go. And you take risks because you're not afraid. So you replace faith with fear. And that's my big thing, especially with this, the health, the virus thing, and all this stuff going around. You've got to have faith. I'm telling you, over fear, because you can never leave your house, which is kind of what they want us to do. And I'm like, not happening.
No, I got to leave. I can't be confined for that long.
Thank you. Right. We're movers and shakers. We got lots to do. A lot of people to have an impact. Anyways, if anybody has any comments, concerns, questions, most people listen to this to be transparent to the replays of this, because everywhere I go out in public, we're like, oh, I love your show and this and that. And I'm like, I didn't know you were even on. Because they see it afterwards, which is fine. We're building. So I'm excited. Yeah. You are amazing. I just adore you.
Thank you, Lauren. I love being a guest. It's an honor.
Yes, I love what you're doing. Keep doing it, helping these women step into their greatness, right?
Yes.
All right. And don't let comparisons be your thief of joy.
Yes. Right? Don't let comparison be the thief of your joy. Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's my big takeaway. I love it. Mwah, there it is. Yep. From Danielle Cobo herself, the famous viral video girl. Anyways, I want to thank you again. I'm going to wrap up another episode of the Power Hour. My name is Lauren Powers. I've been your faith and fitness queen, your host of today's show with our special guest, Danielle Cobo. Make sure you go check her out, you guys. And it's been awesome. With that, I'm going to say, be strong, be fierce, and be you. Boom. And that's a wrap. My ladies, you've got to join me on the Body Breakthrough Club. What is that? That is my private Facebook group just for you. It's where we get together as like-minded women that want to have a breakthrough with our bodies. Hello? So it's where we lose our belly, not our mind. I'll say that again. We lose our belly, not our mind, but we master our mind to lose our belly. So in the Body Breakthrough Club, you'll find me there. I post all my tips and tricks, some nourishing foods that you're going to want to eat. I've got supplements that you're going to want to take. I've got tips and tricks on some things that I do behind the scenes that I don't tell just everybody. So go in there, join us at the Body Breakthrough Club on Facebook. It's private. I do have to approve you, but it's a lot of fun. We're building it strong, and all my goodies will be in there. Some of the exercises are there. Some of our past 5-day challenges are in there. So don't miss out. Just join us. It's free. You can meet some friends. There's a lot of networking. I found a lot of the women in there have done business with each other. So you can network, sell, get your message out, and also learn a thing or two. So join me there. Body Breakthrough Club. Be strong, be fierce, and what? Be you. Boom. Hey guys, I'm super excited to announce the Fast and Fierce program. That's right, Fast and Fierce. I'm Lauren Powers, your...
Who are you?
I don't know who I am anymore. I need to eat. All right, let's do it. Ladies, let's do this. Let's do this now. Fast and Fierce. It's my newest program. We're gonna do home teaching you. Home teaching you. Boom!